DJ Bossman, and welcome back to another live gameplay of Vampyr. Last time we left off, we just left Lady ASHBURY's mansion, and we have been summoned by the great Ascalon Club, and now we must make our way right over there.
Time to visit the Ascalon Club.
I feel like I need to, I feel like I should. What is this? New dialogue. Okay, everything look good. Okay, let's see what this event's going on here. Lady ASHBURY. She has an event going on. I wonder if I could rest at her place. ASHBURY's mansion. So calm. Dr. Swansea has an update for me as well. I wonder where she is. Oh, there she goes.
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least, better nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady ASHBURY?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Aww.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent, much like her mother.
Concerning your investigation,
Yes?
are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
Yes, Jonathan?
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
Okay, that's gone. Guess I'll head back over here and see what Dr. Swansea wants before I head out. It's so nice and calm here. What the world did I just do? I forgot I got a sword now.
Him in New York.
If only there were more of us. Less resignation.
I wish I could say the same for the others.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Alright, let me trade.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Do you have any more guns? I feel like you don't.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening.
Milton cheats patients out of their money at this hospital, Pippa. Are you his accomplice?
Yes, I am.
Is this your definition of being useful? By abusing the sick and poor?
No. It is my definition of getting out of this useless life once and for all.
Why do you do it?
Why not? Most of the sick who paid for a bed are already dead, or will be soon. Don't you see the futility of all this?
How can you be affected by the misery around you, and be so heartless at the same time? Which is the real you, Nurse Hawkins?
I could ask you the same question, Dr. Reed. Are you more real when you lie to a dying patient, or when you grant him useless medication?
Whose idea was it?
What difference does it make? We did it together, and I'm guilty as charged.
Answer my question.
It was my idea first, even though Milton would say it was his, to protect me.
Pippa, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
But you're doing something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
I'm quite busy, right?
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival, but I will not use dirty tricks or regulations to prove him wrong. We are doctors, not politicians.
Thank you for your time. Good evening.
Good evening,
Goodbye for now, Mr.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
I have to go now, sir.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Miss.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I'm quite busy.
Thank... Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Did you know Dr. Ackroyd never reported your experimental research, despite the fact he doesn't agree with it?
Really? I didn't suspect he knew about my work. I must confess I am surprised.
Perhaps he thinks you should realize for yourself the danger of what you're doing.
See how condescending he can be? My God, he can be so irritating.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Disgust on every street corner.
I wish...
The day.
Good evening, Miss Howard.
I need blood, Doctor.
I'll leave you.
I wish I could be sick again. Feel my blood boil with the fever.
Good evening, Mr.
Evening.
Goodbye.
Disgust on every street
Guys, there's a
corner.
hospital. That's
Day
Pembroke nowadays.
Hello, Jonathan. Back from the city already? How is the situation over there?
Tense, to say the least.
I am sure every obstacle will cede to your relentless determination. In the meantime, can I be of any help?
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
Oh, the legendary founder of the Ascalon Club. I'm afraid I cannot help you with that, Jonathan.
So you do know him?
All the Brotherhood knows about him is highly confidential. He is dangerously intimate with the royal family and Britain's inner circles.
Are you afraid of him? Is he that dangerous?
No, but since most ancient vampires were killed or fled England during the Great Hunt of 1850, he may be the oldest British vampire. A myth in the flesh, so to speak.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
A sad story, my dear friend. Tragic, in fact. The Brotherhood was betrayed by some of its most trusted members.
Tell me about the betrayal.
The founders of the Guard of Priwen stole precious and unique documents and reports from the Brotherhood's library when they left. They used them to identify and locate their next targets.
Why was it a tragedy?
Not only did the Guard of Priwen hunt down and kill most ancient vampires of England, they also destroyed or confiscated their possessions. Priceless knowledge was lost in just a few nights.
Did you know that Lady Ashbury is an artist? And rather a good one?
Well, actually, yes. I attended an exhibition of her paintings before the war. Beautiful landscapes and stunning portraits. I wish I had purchased one.
Perhaps we could go to her next exhibition, you and I.
What a beautiful idea, Jonathan. Did you know she told me once she had been a model for famous painters? But she never told me which ones.
I shall return later. It's locked. It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Neglecting her personal duties.
It's locked, all right. It's locked.
Let me see. Alright. Let's head over to the docks. Let me check the workbench. I forgot to check these. All right, let's go.
Still standing after this epidemic.
We have no effective treatment for this influenza.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, Nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Have you heard of Elizabeth Blackwell? She was the first woman listed on the UK Medical Register. Change is slow, but it will come. And you will always have my support.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye, nurse.
To the docks.
Steady, boys! We got one of them! All of you bloody... Want some of this? Look lively! It's on to us! No! Oh, Christ!
Go to sleep. Nighty night. Okay, I'm getting close. Let me see. What?
She's got no idea who she's dealing with.
This is despicable.
Hold on, guys.
More Braille. I should bring this to Mason Swanborough.
Here we go. Let's see. Save the old man by defeating the Skulls.
Get the fuck out! Get away from me, you bastard! You won't get me here! Get out!
Who is you?
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing in a place like this?
I'm not sure that's any of your business.
I hope you realize that staying here will put your life at great risk.
Pah! I'm not afraid of these guards of Priwen, or whatever these thugs call themselves. I can still kick some respect into those youngsters.
I wasn't specifically referring to them, but are you really after these men? Why?
They took my boy! I've had no news since he joined that crazy gang. So I decided to come and find him myself, to get some answers.
I see. But as I said, your life is at risk if you stay here. And I'm not referring to the gangs either. You should leave, sir.
Well, this part of town used to be nicer, let's say. Perhaps you're right. This isn't the best way to save Andrew.
Investigation succeeded. So who is that I just found? Excuse me, let me go to the docks area. Okay, that's him. Would be. Alright, next stop is up here near the church area. Let me see. Oh, what the heck? Where did I go? Oh, here. Reed's Mansion. It's right here. That's my next location. Let's head up. What the hell? A bloody letter.
There is a name engraved under the blood on the back of the case. Jack Gillingham. Perhaps Enid's son.
choose what to do with Jack Gyllenhaal's watch. Bring it back to a relative. Sell it to someone else. I'm gonna bring it back to her. She needs to know. Where is she at though? She's the docks, so that's perfect. That's where I'm at right now, so I guess she's over here though. So I'll make my way over there. Thanks for the meal. Who is you, nigga? Get up! Pissing me off. Go to sleep. Now, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted,